Dorfev.
Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Monday. This is Devils After Dark coming to you live from American Whiskey, 51 Edison Place, across the street from Prudential Center in the Certificate Plaza. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Shorts Guy and Scotty of Sure Sex Liquid Metal in Beverly Hills, California, as the Devils come back. The Cardiac Kids that learned beefalytics towards the end of the game, 6-5 over the Stanley Cup champion Vegas Golden Knights. We're celebrating here, Scotty. We have a home win. We've got a hat trick. We've got a lot of things to talk about.
Oh, my gosh.
And,
yeah. Frank the Tank in the background.
Yeah,
we got
Frank
it all.
the Tank. And, and also just want to add, Scotty, this, that our big tailgate, American Whiskey, has officially put their hat in the ring. We are partnering up with American Whiskey for a big tailgate on February 17th. JoinOurCrew.com. Sign up if you haven't already. JoinOurCrew.com for the latest information. We'll probably have some good information by Friday or Saturday of this week because there are a lot of sign-ups, and it's going to be pretty fun for the outdoor game between the Devils and Flyers.
Excellent. That's what we're talking about over here. Yeah, make sure you scan that QR code. Everybody that's watching on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitch, X, Instagram. Got a big Devils victory over here. Much needed. Had to have it at home. Game number 45 on the season against the Vegas Golden Knights. Let's talk about it right now. Vanacek back in net. Can the Devils solve their home woes? Team has been struggling without Jack Hughes in the lineup. Vegas, don't forget, Vegas is depleted as well. No Carlson, no Eichel, no Aiden Hill. So, no one's making excuses for anybody. But who's going to step up on the Devils today? Colin Miller out of the lineup. So we got our first taste of Hataka as well, playing with Cal Foote. So this game started off pretty well. Good start. Tyler Toffoli, great shot. Mercer, rebound. McLeod as well, all in there, crashing the net. We had our line shuffled all over the place. Lindy Ruff was trying some new things to see what would actually work. But one thing that still stayed the same is a lot of defensive miscues, which we have talked about, to the nth degree here. On every edition of the show, you got a lot of young kids, and that means a lot of mistakes. Oldest guy on the team right now, defense-wise, old John, laces out, don't call me Dan, isotoner gloves, Marino at a whopping 26. Yes, 26 years old. And some of that new blood showed their way out there on the first goal here for the Golden Knights. And Shimon, Michael Jackson style, not Simone, Shimon Nemitz, gets caught out too far. Once again, defensive miscue over there from the youngster. It leads to a 2-on-1. John Marino can't stop it. And the Golden Knights get on the board at 6:12 of the first period with a nice cross ice there on the 2-on-1. High top corner shot. Really not one that you can put on Vitek Vanacek right there. That was a toughie. The Knights go up 1-0. And then right after that, Tyler Toffoli, who turned his game around over here, he had a bad giveaway in the defensive zone, but Vitek Vanacek bailed him out and stopped Mark Stone, Captain Mark Stone there, on a good opportunity again from the Knights. Devils got onto the power play. Nathan Bastian, for a while, was moved to PP1. We've seen him many times be that rock in front of the net in that bumper position, and he did well in that first power play. They had a long-range shot that Bastian tipped, and then Timo was about to sweep it into the net, and the puck just got cleared. Same power play. Timo comes in, and he passes it to Nico Hischier, who's skating backwards towards the goal. And then he just kind of lets a backhander go up high, tries to flip it over the goaltender Thompson, but alas, it does not go in there. But the captain says, enough of this crap. I'm tired of it. I want my 13th goal because I am number 13, the captain of this team, and that's what happens. A huge goal for the Devils to tie it up 1-1 at 15:21 of the first period. Nico Hischier gets his 13th of the year, coming from Timo Meier and Jesper Bratt, who were a line that was put together today by Lindy Ruff and played remarkably well. They showed some immediate chemistry out there, and oh boy, were they creating chances. And on this one, you got to look to our man, Cal Foote, who was actually a big part of this play. So Timo, he gets a pass from Jesper Bratt, and he skates in, and this was an amazing shot here. Pass. He skates in, and he goes past the goal line, and then he uses his reach and stretches as far as he can and does like a no-look pass around the defenseman and back out to the front to a wide-open Nico Hischier. And why was he wide open? Because Cal Foote recognized that the Devils had numbers going the opposite direction, okay? And he wisely, Cal Foote, we all talked about it, he's a stay-at-home defenseman. But on this play, he saw the opportunity, the hockey sense kicked in, all right? And he moves forward and creates numbers for the Devils. So by doing that, the Vegas defenseman, I don't remember who it was right there in the middle, but now he's looking, he's got Nico Hischier on his left, and then he's got Cal Foote sneaking in on his right. So if he goes to Nico, you're leaving Cal Foote wide open. You go to Cal, you're leaving Nico wide open. It was a good hockey play by Cal Foote, the stay-at-home defenseman, to actually jump into that play. Either way, it goes to Nico, who snaps a shot past Thompson. Devils really needed that. And they get on the board and tie it up 1-1. And don't look now, but Timo Meier, the goals haven't come yet. There's been a lot of opportunities, and he had a lot of good ones today, but the assists are going on the board. That was his third assist in 4 games. Did he get another one later on? I don't think he did. No, he didn't. But 3 points in 4 games. Yes, we all want the goals, but we see the legs are moving. We see those skates. We see him going into those dirty areas. He's getting to the front of the net. Just a little snake bitten right now. But I'm telling you, once he gets one of those to go, you're going to start seeing it. Boop, 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 boop. He's going to start rattling them off. And he's close. He's really, really close. He's skating very well after that injury. That first line was buzzing, though. Timo had another good shot after Jesper Brad fed him. That's right. Nico, Timo, and Jesper coming up in the Mighty Ducks flying V formation there into the zone. And then Jesper throws a pass across. Nico lets it go through. And then there's Timo on the other side who gets the good opportunity. But again, Thompson played very well. Gotta throw that out there. That goaltender there for Vegas, even with Aiden Hill going down, playing really well. And then at 19:38, with less than a minute to go in the first period, the Lazar, Curtis Lazar, puts the Devils on top 2-1 with his 5th goal of the season. 1938, even strength coming from Eric Halla and Nate Bastian, who's getting rewarded with some third line play here with all of his physicalness and all of his going to the front of the net and being in those areas where we know Nate Bastian should be, but he wasn't for the first 38, 39 games of the season. Now he's getting rewarded for his hard play, and love seeing it from Nate Bastian. And this was actually Nemitz making up for that first goal. He kept the puck in the zone. He pinched at the right time on this one. At the blue line, he was able to pinch against the Vegas forward, gets the puck, and throws it behind the net. Who's there? Big Bastian. He quickly taps it to Eric Halla, who does another stretch Armstrong move, much like Timo Meier did when his pass to Nico. Eric Halla does a stretch around the goal from behind the net, and he throws it out in front. And it's Curtis the Lazar Lazar putting a goal scorer's goal on the board past Thompson for his 5th of the year. Nice play again by Nemitz to recover and rebound from that earlier misstep. Devils leading 2-1 going into the second period. And it doesn't take long for the first of 3 to get on the board. From Holy to Foley, Tyler's tired. You know what Tyler's tired of? He's tired of hearing Devils fans talk about Yegor Sharangovich up there in Calgary. And how everyone is, Captain Hindsight, and myself included. I've said it as well. Even though it was a good, smart trade. But everyone has been Captain Hindsight about Yegor Sharangovich and what he's been doing up there in Calgary, because he's been playing real well. And you know what? We're very happy for Sharon Govich. Want to see him success because he was a good kid. But Tyler Toffoli says, all right, love you, Yegor, but I'm sick and tired of Devils fans yearning for the days of Sharon Govich. And holy Toffoli, does he get a nasty goal here for his 18th of the year, coming from 2 guys that had their struggles in this game, Kevin Ball and Shimon Nemitz. Ball gets his 7th assist. Nemitz gets his 9th. 3-1 Devils. Another even strength goal at 1:37. And this was all Toffoli, really. Gets the puck in the neutral zone, brings it on in, and then he cuts across, makes one nice little stick handle, and goes right to the center of the ice. And as he's fading towards the left, he puts a nasty shot back towards the right top shelf. Wow. And then there's Mikey McLeod right there, who is crashing the net and causing havoc in front of the goaltender. Awesome play all around. The Rock is pumped. Everyone is feeling good. And you're like, oh, this is what it's like to watch the Devils when they're not playing in the second game of a back-to-back. But we do know this is a young team, especially on defense, where we talked about our elder statesman is John Marino at the whopping age of 26. And the Kevin Ball, Shimon Nemeth combination ran into a few problems. And it started on the first Marchessault goal at his 21st of the year. Wow, at 7:39 of the second period to put the Knights back within one, 3-2. Another even strength goal here. And I'm not really sure what happened. Nemeth was actually he was in position on his man. And then Kevin Ball kind of came there as well. And I don't know if Marchessault kind of it looked like he gave him a little tap in the back. I don't know if Kevin Ball, and that really moved Kevin Ball, because Kevin Ball is a big boy. I don't know if it was that or if Kevin Ball was trying to jump across to block the shot. Either way, it was not the correct move to make. And the shot comes from Korzak at the point. Wah is able to get it. He's got two guys on him, and he just throws it over to Marchessault, who's just boop, easy tap in right there for his 21st. A little confusion again, which we saw a lot, especially here in this second period. And this was the start of it here, because the Knights go on to roll off 4 straight goals. And Marchessault gets his 21st there, coming from Wah. And both those guys are going to factor into later on in this game as well. So, Timo tries to clean up a rebound from a long-range Luke shot after that. Quick release by Luke after the feed from Nico Hischier. And then Timo's got that backhanded. Oh, like I said, he's been there. He's had his opportunities. He just hasn't been able to bury it. But I'm telling you, when he does, he's going to start rattling them off. It's just going to start coming like that. What happened next? Oh, Marchessault gets his second goal of the game. And this all happens in a very short span of time. Was it 3 goals in about 4.5 minutes? So the first goal was at 7:39. The second goal was at 10 minutes even. And this one, oof, man. Cal Foot's got the puck trying to get out of the defensive zone. And he's kind of caught on the boards, and he's got 2 Golden Knights on him. And he's trying to chip it up the boards, kind of, ricochet it up there through the neutral zone. And now you got Dawson Mercer, who's skating by you. And there's one Golden Knight there. I think was that Wah or Barbashev? I can't remember which one it is. But Dawson, instead of kind of staying right there where he should have, he skates on by the play. And when the puck doesn't get all the way through the zone, Cal Foot is leaning and stretching. So obviously he doesn't have momentum going backwards here. Okay? So tough play, but you're hoping that this is something that Mercer can see in the film afterwards, and recognize next time. Okay? But he went too far. Like 5-10 feet too far. Now he's got to put on the Scooby-Doo brakes and try to hightail it back the other way, but it's just not going to work out like that. The puck does not get through the zone. There wasn't the support there for Cal Foot, and it springs the Knights the other way on a 2-on-1, and Marchessault just buries the cross-ice pass. Vanacek is sliding across, doing his best, and he came close. He almost got that with the glove, but these goals you can't really put on Vanacek. These were all defensive breakdowns, and it's something we have to come to learn to live with these young defensemen. They're going to learn in a year or two. We're not going to be seeing those, but right now it's a learn on the go process. So this time, Hataka, I got to get my finish down over there. Probably should have taken away the pass. Okay, again, another young kid who came over in the Timo Meier trade and looks good. Does look good. I like his skill set over there, but here he's caught and he doesn't know exactly what to do. And we talked about it. This is the most elite level you can play at, the fastest pace of any hockey league in the world. Okay, and he makes the wrong decision. Doesn't take away Marchessault, the passer, the passee on the other side, the receiver, whatever. Touchdown. And anyway, who was it? It was Barbashev is the one who gets it across to Marchessault, who just buries it there. And like I said, Vitek came sliding across, and he made a really good effort on it. So like seeing that, we all know Vanacek is going to battle all the way through. Then, oh boy, I got to look this up to see exactly who it was right here. Howden, somehow, with the great officiating of the NHL, comes and says hello once again, much like the Jelly of the Month glove that was gifted to Clark Griswold in Christmas Vacation. And as Cousin Ezzy tells him, Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year. Well, that's what the NHL officiating is, because Shimon Nemitz gets hit from behind. Okay, charging call. Okay, but Howden completely leaves his skates. He jumps on this hit. Like, it's clear as day that he jumps and hits Shimon Nemitz in the back. Now, I don't think he made contact with the head. It looked like it at first because kind of the whiplash action when Nemitz went down. I don't think he hit it, but he clearly left his feet. He clearly hit him from behind when he could have just skated right around him. So initially they call a major. Love seeing Kevin Ball being like, hey, what the hell was that? And goes after Howden. Love that. Want to see this team stick up for each other, much like they have been since that Chicago Blackhawk game. Love seeing that. But then somehow the officials in Toronto decide this is not a major penalty and it's only a minor for charging. Yet he was like a foot and a half off of the ice jumping. You got me. Like I said, NHL officiating. Jelly of the Month Club. Same damn thing. Then we get the third goal within 4 minutes. This is 4-on-4 play over here by the Vegas Golden Knights. This is 40 at 10:48, so 48 seconds after the Marchessault second goal. This one was John Marino making a boo-boo over here. He's pinching in down low in the offensive zone. And then instead of cutting back really quick, he tries to stay on the forecheck for whatever reason and then tries to hustle back, but it's too late. It's too late. He's kind of leaving Luke hanging out to dry there, and he can't get back and turned around, so he's skating backwards. So you have sort of a 2-on-1 developing there, and it's Mark Stone that has the puck, and he puts, a beauty of a pass over to Stevenson right in front of Vitek Vanacek, and it's got Vitek moving to the side, and then Stevenson, the puck just landed. I don't know how he did that, just landed right on Stevenson's stick to redirect straight in through the legs, 5-hole. But again, this one was Marino pinching in just a little too much. He needed to peel off sooner because he got caught down there as he was trying to, instead of the puck went around the boards, you didn't need to go and attack over there. Puck goes around the boards. Fall back, John. Fall back. So again, this is one of those ones where they watch the film. I think they will recognize and see what happened there. But Luke kind of got left hanging out there on that one. Now you got 3 straight goals, and the Knights are now in front 4-3. The Rock is not a happy place. I'm over here just being like, what the hell is going on? Please don't tell me we're going to crash and burn again today. And then, Wah then gets a goal at 19:08 of the second period to put the Knights up 5-3. 4 straight goals here in the second period. And this one, Kevin Ball, gets the puck. Now, here's the thing. Nemitz is in the corner, okay? And I don't know if this was the end of his shift, but he looked a little gassed, okay? And the puck gets sent around the other way. And Kevin Ball maybe didn't have the right time on the clock in his head because it looks like he was just trying to, kind of freeze it in his feet and run the period out. But there was 54 seconds left, Kev. And that's not going to be, that's way too much time to have to do that. So Marchessault goes over there again. And so you got this an elite player that's coming in and he's battling for the puck. Okay. And Shimon, sorry, Michael Jackson style, Shimon, is not skating back into the play. He's kind of just gliding, which allows Wah to get open in the middle. And Marchessault picks it out of Kevin Ball's feet, interception, and he just throws it right in the middle. And you see Nemec trying to stretch his stick there, but he stopped skating. So this combination of Ball and Nemitz, they really had their issues today, although a little later on, they do make up for some of their play. And at the same time, Nemitz did take a big hit earlier in the period. So out of everything, glad he's okay. I'm glad he's okay and love seeing Kevin Ball stick up for him. So now it's 5-3. The Rock is not a happy camp over there. You can hear the frustration and the anger, and then you can even feel the anxiety from that place coming through the TV screen of, are these Devils really going to have another performance like they did, a few days ago or 2 days ago against the Dallas Stars? 5-3 with less than a minute to go in the second period, 4 straight goals, all on defensive breakdowns. It's like, no. But holy Toffoli comes through and he stopped the fan riot from happening, because I think it was about to explode at the Rock there. Toffoli comes through and he skates his way down. Dawson Mercer gives him a pass forward. He skates into the zone and he uses was it Pietrangelo? I think that he used as a screen. He kind of cut again and he threw it, or I think it was around Pietrangelo's legs, but he was kind of using them as a screen, kept it low on the ice, and it slid underneath the leg of Thompson at 19:44 of the second period. And was that a relief for every Devils fan in the arena, watching at home, listening on the radio. Everybody was just like, thank you, Tyler Toffoli. Oh, my God. Oh, I love you, Tyler. Oh, thank you, Tyler. Holy Toffoli with his second of the night, his 19th of the year. Even strength goal to make it 5-4. Vegas Golden Knights. Dawson Mercer, his 10th assist of the season. We head into the third period, and the tension was there all period long, and the Devils had a lot of good opportunities. Again, Timo Meier, Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier, Timo's going to get that goal soon. I know he is. Devils had a power play, didn't get anything on there, and then it's one of the most unlikely heroes of the day. That's right. The Lazar shoots another beam into the back of the net. Curtis Lazar and Shimon Nemitz. And, this was Nate Bastian. Shimon Nemitz makes up for some of those earlier miscues. He puts a shot on net that goes just wide, and it bounces off the backboards, comes right back front, and the Lazar is there to clean up and get the dirty, gritty goal to tie it up 5-5. Wow. Curtis Lazar coming through with 2 goals on the night. I bet you no one had that on their online betting or whatever, DraftKings or whatever. Curtis Lazar gets his 6th of the year at 9-14. Another even strength goal for your New Jersey Hockey Devils, 5-5. And then, man, it was just excitement back and forth. Big chances both ways. Thompson had a big glove save. I think it was on Timo or Jesper Bratt. I can't remember. Vitek Vanacek almost coughed up the puck in like the last couple minutes of the game there. And I think it was Kevin Ball it was Luke. Luke bailed him out. And he was just like, doing, I'm getting this puck out of the zone as fast as I possibly can. Because you did not want to lose this game in the last couple minutes like they did a few games ago against, I can't remember who it was. They tied it up and then they let a goal in with like 4 minutes to go in the game. So we make it to overtime, 3-on-3. You know that favors the Devils. However, Golden Knights, pretty damn good team themselves. So this is going to be a little even matchup, but I think the Devils definitely had the upper hand in the OT. Jesper Bratt off the post Twice he hit it off the post. Timo Meyer, power move to the front, cuts across, backhand. Saved by Thompson. And everybody at the Rock was on their feet. I was on my feet. Here, I wasn't even sitting. I was up just like, come on. You guys cannot lose this game. You need this. You have to get this. We have to win to redeem ourselves after the horrible performance on Sergei Brylin night. And then, Lindy must be listening, because we've all been calling for Holtzy to get some more time, and he puts him out there in the OT. And by the way, he was moved up to that second line in the third period. And let me tell you, Holtzy put on some moves there, and he started the eventual game-winning play. And this was Holtzy coming up the boards, driving, and he's got Jesper Bratt moving with him, and he delays. He doesn't do the pass across because it's kind of not really there. And he delays to the perfect moment. And he gives a backhand pass out in front to Jesper Bratt, who's now crossed the center slot. And he's on the same side as Holtzy. Bratt gets it on his forehand, and it looks like he's going to bury it. And Thompson somehow comes across and gets it with the glove. It's like, no. And then you're feeling like, oh, no. Is this play going to go the opposite way? Jesper Bratt has just had 3 glorious chances. Timo Meyer had a glorious chance. Holtzy set up Nico right before that as well. Please don't go the other way and score. They do an outlet pass, trying to bank it off the boards. And Luke Hughes says, interception! Pick 6 time! And who happens to come off the bench? Changing with one Alexander Holtz. That's right. Tyler Toffoli, and they move on in on a 2-on-1, and Luke passes it across, and this goal scorer ain't going to miss this open net. Thompson dives, makes his best effort, but Tyler Holy Toffoli puts it up high into the back of the net. Game-winning overtime hat-trick goal for Tyler Toffoli, his 20th of the year. Luke Hughes gets the assist, his 17th, and the Devils win this game. They come back and win this game after surrendering 4 straight goals in the second period. They do not say die. They come back with a vengeance and pull it off. The comeback kids. Will they be the home Warriors to go with the road Warriors? That we're going to have to wait and see on. But wow, does it feel good to have Tyler Toffoli scoring some goals again. He's tired of hearing about Yegor Sharangovich. 20 now on the season to lead the team and get the victory for the Devils and secure the 2 points, which again jumps them up in the standings. And they still have games in hand, but was this one that the Devils needed? They had to have it. Shots on goal for the Knights, 14, 11, 6, 1 in OT for a total of 32. The Devils, 15, 18, 12, 3 in OT, not counting those 2 posts by Jesper Bratt for a Slayer Rating Blood tribute of 38 rating pucks from the Devils on the ice. Face-off percentage. Woo, I'm going the wrong way here. Actually, the Knights had the advantage. Don't see that very often. 28 wins to the Devils 24. Devils were over. They didn't have a power play, did they? I don't think they did. Or maybe they, I don't know if they did or if they didn't. I can't remember because it was, whatever. It doesn't matter. Hits pretty even, 11 to 10. Devils have 11 block shots. The Knights have 17. What a game. What a game. And what a 2 points for your New Jersey Hockey Devils. Let's hear what you think about it on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, X, Twitch, Instagram, and everyone down there at American Whiskey. Cheers to you with an Ant Crew brew. Take care of all your bartenders. And let's see what's going on with the great Sam Wu, the king of the football calls, and Short Sky, the greatest e-bug in the history of the National Hockey League, to never get into a game just yet. Just yet. There's still time, though. There's still time.
There's still time.
They were there in the arena enjoying every minute of it. Guys, tell us your reactions from this experience.
Well, first off, we had great seats. We were in section 11
Yep.
tonight.
Right above where the Zamboni comes out.
Yeah.
All right. We know Samuel likes to brag about his fancy seats over there. Yeah, he's in section 5. Now he's in section 11. Okay. All right. We got it, Samuel. You're popular. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear your chicken tenders were up on the big screen again today.
You know what?
Always.
Everyone's like, wow, you must really like the chicken tenders. It's like, that's the same picture from opening night. That shorts guy.
Yep. Yeah. No, I was there for that picture.
And, of course, I'm like an old fart right now that wears the same gear, so it looks like that I was there. I wear the same jacket, all that. So I changed it up.
But you wore a jersey today.
Yeah, but I had the jacket over it. Wear the same hat.
Yeah, sure.
I probably should have thrown the hat out on the ice, Scotty, because
Maybe you should have.
Yeah. But,
Hat trick, baby.
Oh, man, that was great to see. I don't know if I've ever seen a hat trick in person until tonight.
Really?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, so this game, it's like schizophrenic, especially when you read all the garbage on social media.
Oh, people were losing their
up
minds.
and down,
Oh,
up
my
and
gosh.
down, up and down. It's just crazy. But I'll tell you, that 5th goal that the Devils gave up, that was all Kevin Ball's fault there. I mean, I hate to say it. And he did it in between the legs, too, passing it up the middle. I mean, that deserves a benching.
Yeah.
But what a response as well. I mean, that happened, right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
And, where our seats were. And Tyler Toffoli would not allow that to define the New Jersey Devils in this game. That's the veteran leadership we were looking for, Scotty.
Yep.
All this talk about Yegor Sharangovich. Look, we love him. He's a good player. He's got a young family right now. He's doing very well in Calgary. But Toffoli brings a different element.
Yep.
This is why you got Tyler Toffoli. To knock it off, to respond right away before the second period ended.
Yep.
And then the hat trick with all the injuries. The Devils did not give up on themselves because that was demoralizing. Lapse in the defense, low hockey IQ plays, just a lot of mistakes. Devils got lucky here, but you know what? They kept coming at the Vegas Golden Knights and the Jesper Bratt off the post. I mean, we were
twice.
just...
Yeah, we were like, oh, my...
Twice.
Like, we were losing our minds in that overtime. With Logan Thompson being beaten twice by Jesper Bratt within a minute, but only to hit the post. It was like, oh, come on. And like you were saying in the recap, it was like, great. Is one of these plays just going to go down for a Vegas Golden Knights goal? Because that would just be how the Devils would lose in overtime after clawing back into this game. It was almost expected. But then to come back and for the Devils to win it with Tyler Toffoli, with that goal, assisted by Luke Hughes, it was just so great to see this response to this team. They did not back down and just roll over and die. They stayed in this game. This is one of those things, and I said it on Game Day Live, this is one of those games where you beat the current holding Stanley Cup champions, and it could be a really big deal. And I'm hoping that tonight really is. And credit to Vitek. He made, what was it, Sam, like 2 or 3 big saves in the third period in a row right in front of us.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there losing it like, yes, that's it.
He snapped out of it. He absolutely snapped out of it. He was in the zone. Mm-hmm. You could just tell. I mean, from the angle that we saw, getting back to Kevin Ball, sticking up for Nemitz. Let me tell you something, and I hope the New Jersey Devils players are playing this podcast right now in the locker room. The refs are not going to help you. You got to help yourselves. And what Kevin Ball did, let me tell you, you got to have your teammates back. Yeah. That was a vicious hit that could have been catastrophic for the Devils. Devils got lucky. Nemitz seemed to be okay, but from the angle, all that.
Yeah, the charging from behind.
Yeah,
anything from behind is scary.
Yeah, and
he
you're
left his feet.
defenseless.
I mean,
Yeah.
He was
Left
way
ice.
off the ice.
Skates left
I mean,
ice.
it was blatant. Even Bill Spaulding, I know you guys were there, you didn't hear it, but he was just like, no way this isn't a major penalty, and then they're like, reduced to a minor, charging only. We're playing 4-on-4, and it's just like, what? Are you kidding me? What is happening? But glad he's okay. And just real quick, I don't know if anyone else has done it because my YouTube chat only goes back so far here, but Stephen Herschel, woo! Super chat, baby. Thank you for the Toffoli, the holy Toffoli Hattie. Yeah. Now, what did you guys think of Curtis Lazar tonight?
Beefalytics.
Yeah.
The Beefalytics won this game, okay? The Beefalytics were there. They gutted out. They went hard to the net. They kept coming and coming and coming. Despite all the mistakes in the defensive zone, offensively, I thought the Devils did a great job.
Finally.
Yeah, finally.
It was good to finally see this offense break out of its shell and to just come out in bunches. You had Lazar with 2. You had Toffoli with 3.
Brad had a great game, by the way.
Yeah, Brad had a great game. He's really there was one play, it was in the second period, I think. He did this spinorama backhand and threw it on net and almost picked the top corner with it. And we even had Vegas fans behind us going, whoa, that would have been awesome if that went in. It was just a great play. Just one of those fantastic hockey plays. And it's just, he's having a good game. And Scotty, I'm with you on Timo. Timo's pushing. It's going to happen for him. It's going to happen for him. And once he gets that first, it's just going to keep going. And I agree with you. When I saw that at the end of the game, they said Toffoli with 20 goals on the season. It's like exactly what you said. For all those, Sharon Govich. Well, it's like, no, we got our guy. He signed long term. He wants to be here. I'm happy with Toffoli.
Yeah, and from a
10 shots, by the way, for Jesper Bratt. Thank you, Max, for that stat. 10 shots.
Not counting those 2 in overtime to hit the post. I'm curious
Yeah.
if they... Well, see, now they don't count as shots on goal, but I'm curious if maybe they count them in the offensive stat for him putting it on frame. I'm curious of that.
I don't know.
I don't know. But they don't count as shots on goal.
Those three, and they actually have the Ramona seal of approval, which we know is very hard to get here.
Oh, I know.
That is extremely hard to get. But the Timo, Nico, Jesper combination,
is working.
Those guys look like they've been playing together all year.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's
working.
They look great. And maybe that line shuffle is what maybe this team needed a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
To just switch it up a little bit.
It's the Euro Express, that line, because they're fast.
Yeah.
They're pretty fast. Also, from a hockey superstition standpoint, we may have found the formula, Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
And it is...
What's that?
Pocket cookies.
Sam gets really nice tickets? Is that what it is?
No, pocket cookies.
Sam has to sit in the lower bowl, like 10 rows from the ice? Is that what the superstition is?
No, pocket cookies from Paul Marino.
Oh, pocket cookies. Paul Marino pocket cookies?
Yes, they were nice and warm. So he got him in the first intermission, but we were too busy talking to Erica Wachter and visiting Beer Baron. And then by the time we made it and everything fell apart, and after the Toffoli goal, we saw Paul Marino, and there you go.
Yep.
He pulled out 2 chocolate chip cookies from his pocket.
No. They were oatmeal raisin.
No, I had chocolate chip.
I had oatmeal raisin.
Oh, I had chocolate chip. So that's the formula.
Oh, he gave you variety too.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
He gave us pocket cookies.
No. I had a carrot.
Mrs. Wu will be proud.
I know.
Mrs. Wu will be
It
very
tasted
proud.
like a chocolate chip cookie, but it was a carrot.
I
But
saw
it was
that
actually a
carrot.
carrot.
I saw carrot and celery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Sam moved.
It was left on the plate after the wings were done. That's all.
Doused in ranch and hot sauce.
Yes.
What about seeing Holtzy live up front there? Seeing him getting some more ice time as the game went on. What'd you guys think of his play tonight?
He was pushing. He was pushing for that goal. Given that opportunity to play more and to be out there when it really matters.
I thought he was great in the neutral zone.
Yeah, I mean, he's pushing.
He was, again, he was trying to take out the passing lanes and all that, and he he could hang with the Vegas Golden Knights. So I thought in the neutral zone his play was pretty good defensively. And, Bratt, Heischer, and Luke Hughes had a lot of ice time in overtime.
Yeah.
And they weren't
Yeah,
gassed. They weren't really gassed.
Yeah.
They kept going. Amazing.
Yeah.
And Luke had the interception.
Yeah.
It's
That sprung that play.
It was just good to see the Devils keep pushing, and after Saturday's rollover and die, this is the type of response you want to have from this team in their next game against a really good opponent.
Yeah.
To come out and still have problems with the goals allowed, but we got the win, and you kind of have to move forward from here, and you have to take it and build off of it, and hopefully turn it into something moving forward.
And John and Ramon have pointed out something good too. Lindy actually calling a timeout, after those Vegas Knights goals were going in, and everything just seemed like it was unraveling for the Devils. That was a smart timeout that we usually don't see happen very often.
Yep.
So I think you got to give a little kudos to Lindy right there. I'm sure he's not going to be satisfied or happy with watching the tape on all 5 of those goals that they gave up, but they responded. They came back. The defense right now is not their strong point, but they got to keep working at it. And these young kids, they will eventually get better, but right now it's gonna be a challenge for them. Yeah. Like we said, John Marino is the elder statesman at 26.
Yeah.
How often do you see an NHL team where your oldest defenseman is 26 years old?
Yeah.
A team like ours, we have a decimated defensive core, and you have to call
Nova. They did, and Nova does point out a good fact that the Devils still gave up another goal after the timeout, but it was like 8 minutes later. Nova, it was like 8 minutes later. Okay,
It wasn't
and it was
immediate,
just it was Tyler Toffoli was gassing up over there on the bench. That's what was going on. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I'll tell you what, it was a fun and exciting game to be at. It was a stressful game to be at, but it was a fun and exciting game to be at, and it was just a hell of a time. Just a hell of a time here.
I'll agree with Max here. Holtzy playing responsible hockey. Love seeing that. Hasn't been given, hasn't had those giveaways. You see him spurring plays on, in the defensive zone as well, trying to get back on the back check and everything. Love what I've been seeing from him. Agree with you, Tom, as well. I don't really partake in many of the alcoholic refreshments these days, but lately, I think last game I had a whiskey and Coke poured for myself after the Stars game. So yeah, this team might be doing a number on all of our livers, during this season with the up and downness as it's going. Oh, good. And John Marino's 300th game is on Saturday. Very cool.
There we go.
Very cool.
Hey, we're going to have to do something.
Ted is relieved that Holtzy's getting time. We got Rick up there in Canada. What's up, Rick? A lot of people on the old YouTube Live and Facebook and everything else. Man. Fun game. Nerve-wracking there in the second, but fun
Wild.
game.
Man,
And one that the Devils definitely needed. They couldn't let this game slip away.
if you bet the over tonight, you were winning. And who would have thought? Was it 11 goals scored total? It's like, holy crap! This was just a complete offensive. If you like offense, tonight was your game. If you like defense, this was not your game tonight.
Yeah, I like defense.
Yeah, so do I. But I did love in the third seeing VTech make those big saves, which is what saved the game.
Yeah.
And
The timely saves.
The timely saves, exactly. The timely saves from VTech kept us in this game, and we have 2 points as a result. 2 points as a result, and a victory, a long-needed victory for this New Jersey Devils team.
And as Steve points out, Steve Tartaz, what's up, buddy? Longtime listener. 4 points out of that 6 seed. The road to the cup starts tonight. And yes, and two, we definitely need a gif of Vanacek tackling Lawrence tailoring Tyler Toffoli there at center ice after the game.
Maybe that needs a football call.
That should get a football call as well.
Well,
maybe we could get a highlight for that, and we could get a Woo Report football call.
I'll work on the GIF
coming tomorrow.
Well, I can do one right now if you want.
I'll work on the GIF between now and the next couple days. Probably not tomorrow because I've got a whole bunch of stuff.
There
to
were
do,
actually requests in the YouTube Live for me to do a football call on that last goal.
So you gonna do a football call now?
I don't know.
John Marino wasn't involved though.
I know.
Yeah, John Marino's not around. Yeah.
But
will Paul have pocket cookies for the tailgate? I think that's got to be a must.
You know what?
I think that's got to be a must.
You know what? I'll arrange it with Paul. We will stuff his pockets with cookies. You know.
Yes.
Shorts guy can bake cookies. I can bake cookies.
You know what we could do? We could stuff his pockets with cookies, and when we do football calls with Paul Marino, and he's throwing you a football, if you actually catch it,
you get
you get a touchdown. You get a little pocket cookie, courtesy of Paul Marino.
Yep.
But it's better when he takes it from somebody else instead of us.
The pocket cookies taste better when they come from the rich person section.
Yeah, exactly. And they're nice and warm, too.
Of course. Yeah.
Like the chocolate
VTech with the
melted in my
sack.
mouth.
Very nice. Very nice, Tom. Yeah, VTech had the sack tonight of Toffoli there at center ice.
That was good to see at the end.
It's great to see.
But that's another thing, too. Like, VTech goes
Team
and
bonding.
tackles. VTech goes and tackles him. These guys are having a good time out on that ice, especially because what happened in the last game. I love to see that. These guys like each other to be able to do that. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
And Arn Nunez is requesting Paul Marino wear cargo pants so we can have cookies lined everywhere throughout all pockets. Very nicely done, sir.
I'll tell Paul. He's right now driving back to Boston. When I get in the car later, I'm going to give him a call and let him know. They're like,
he's got to bring the cargos.
Yeah, right.
The cargos. Well, excellent game for the enjoyment of it. Structure-wise, defensively, maybe not so much. But the most important stat is the Devils get 2 points. The Devils get a home victory, which has been so few and far between this year. Mm-hmm. They send the crowd home in a frenzy, happy.
Everyone was so happy walking out of that building, and it was good to be a part of, to see this crowd happy. It was great to be here.
And from my perspective here, watching on TV, it just looked like that overtime, nobody was sitting. Everybody was up on their feet like the entire time. And the Devils put on a show in that OT.
They did.
So
they really did.
Really glad that they didn't just, here we go again. Let's just put this one to bed. We'll sleepwalk through the third period, try and recover, blah, 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 when we go out on the road and face Carolina later in the week. No. They were down, but they weren't out.
Nope.
And even without Jack Hughes and Dougie Hamilton to get this offense going, they were able to make it happen with that top line really leading the way with Timo, Nico, and Jesper Bratt.
There's the potential that this is a season-changing game. This is one of those season-changing wins. The potential's there. I'm not saying it is. We'll see how they respond in the next couple games this week and then after the All-Star break. But this is one of those pivotal games that we may look back on at the end of the season and go, you know what? That Vegas win, that win against Vegas, that really kind of turned the tide for a lot of things. So we'll see. We'll see if that's it.
We got 2 more before the All-Star break. If we can somehow get 3 or 4 points out of these next 2 games, you go into the break, you're probably going to get Jack back after the break. You may have Palat back after the break.
Yep.
Maybe this team starts to get a little bit more healthy, and you put a Jack Hughes in the lineup, that's a game changer. And we all know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And, so this is why you have to stay positive, Scotty. I'm so glad that they won tonight because the negativity online the last, 2 days. Like, it was doom and gloom. But look, their record. I mean, how many wins does VTech have?
16 tonight, I believe.
16.
I believe tonight is the 16th.
Again, he's just like a pitcher with a high ERA, but somehow figures out to win.
Yeah.
Fans are going to fan sometimes, but everyone's got to remember it's an 82-game season, and there are stretches, where teams really struggle. But I think everyone has a right to be a little bit worried with the way this defense is playing. Yep. But we know they have talent on this team to get the job done. They just got to knuckle down and get a little bit more structured, and it'll come with experience. It will. Yeah. But this team is not out of it. They're not out of it. And like I said, you get a Jack Hughes back, you get a Palat back. Those are two big additions to this team that can make a huge difference down the stretch.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe, and also with Paul Marino and the pocket cookies, maybe we'll load him up with some Ranger Suck Fortune cookies as well.
We could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
But you have to go to joinourcrew.com to find out where we're going to be.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be. We've been trying to solicit guests for the big day.
Yep.
So American Whiskey's on board. They're all in. So we're going to have more information about that, about the tailgate, the Ant Crew Brew, all that kind of good stuff. And, joinourcrew.com for the big tailgate, February 17th at MetLife Stadium parking lot.
Joinourcrew.com is the only place you can get the up-to-date information. Once you sign up, you'll have all that up-to-date information. If you don't sign up, you won't know.
Yeah, you won't know. And then you're just going to
scan the QR code.
Yep.
Yeah.
Scan it, sign up, and this way you have all the information you're going to need the day of the outdoor game on February 17th.
Yeah, I'm in it for the pocket cookies, to be honest.
I mean, who wouldn't want pocket cookies? I want pocket cookies.
I know.
It was tasty. The pocket cookie I had tonight was tasty. So
yeah, especially when it's going to
they're
be cold
probably
out there.
Perfectly melty, too, Like, that's just
they
the way you
were.
want a pocket cookie.
Yeah,
they were.
Yeah. Little lint, like there's nothing wrong with that. A little fabric softener, like that's good stuff.
Yeah.
They were good. They were good.
Yeah. All right. Is it time to hit the button?
All right, let's wrap it up, fellas.
We're pontificating about pocket cookies. You should probably hit the music.
Thank you, everyone on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, X, Twitch, Instagram, for joining in on the discussion for this game. Devils win. A home victory. Woo! Wow. One that they desperately needed to come through on, and they did. Holy Toffoli with the hat trick to seal the deal. We'll be back again on Thursday. Devils out on the road against Carolina. Short Scout will be along with Sam Wu and Vinny for Game Day Live, and then, I'll be here for Devils After Dark afterwards. Turn it over to the fellas at American Whiskey for the final goodbyes.
Yeah, thank you to all those listening. Dropping the podcast at midnight. Devils win 6-5 in overtime. Vitek Vanacek on a 2-game heater.
I'll take it.
Till next time, let's go Devils.